Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Redshirt Ensign Nash, his continuing mission to record his personal log, to recount his tedious duties as per Starfleet regulations, to boldly go where we've all been before.
Computer, begin recording. Ensign Nash's personal log, stardate 1673.9. I don't even know where to begin. The captain's an idiot, Mr. Spock's an idiot, Lieutenant Commander Scott's an idiot. They're all idiots. It's unbelievable. I know not 2 logs ago I said that no one on this ship was stupid enough to eat a random planet's flora without knowing if it's poisonous, but I take that back. They are all that stupid. They're morons, all of them. So we're on a specimen gathering mission on planet Alpha 177, right? Again, monotonous mission that should have been assigned to a science probe vessel or a cargo ship, not Starfleet's flagship. And now this planet gets really cold at night, like 120 degrees below zero cold. So, of course, the transporter has to malfunction, preventing us from beaming up the landing party. Eventually, we figured out the malfunction was due to some minerals that were on Geological Technician Fisher's uniform when he beamed up. See, he fell and cut his hand, so he beamed up first. And that was fine, but it messed everything up somehow, and when we beamed up the alien dog we found on the planet, a second dog beamed up a few seconds later, and it was nasty. Completely the opposite of the first little doggo. Now, Captain Kirk started acting weird. One minute he's all timid and neutered, and the next he's huffing and puffing and blowing yeoman's skirts up. No one connected the dots for a bit, but he beamed up after Fisher and before the dog, so the same opposite thing had happened to him. After the doggo debacle, Lieutenant Commander Scott refused to beam up any more of the landing party. I was on my way to the transporter room to deliver a report to him, but I saw, and I know this has nothing to do with anything that was going on, but I happened to walk by Captain Kirk's cabin, and I saw Mr. Spock was outside, and he knocked on the doors. Like, I haven't seen anyone knock on doors outside of Earth museums. We've had door comms for centuries. I mean, knocking still works, I guess, but it just threw me. It's like writing your logs by hand instead of having the computer record them for you. And Mr. Spock, of all people. Like, maybe I could see Lieutenant Sulu doing it, since he's a history buff, but Mr. Spock? Maybe the whole transporter doubling thing got him rattled. I don't know. And speaking of Lieutenant Sulu, he's stuck on the planet with a couple others now, and like I said, the temperature is going to drop. So I'm thinking, we could just send a shuttle down to get them. I tried mentioning this to Lieutenant Commander Scott when I delivered my report, but he's too busy working on fixing the transporter and just shoos me away. I go looking for Mr. Spock, since I figure he'll listen to my shuttle suggestion, but he's finally figured out that there's a second Kirk on board, and he's organizing search parties. I can't get a word in edgewise while he's giving out assignments, and when he finally sees me, he just gives me a search assignment and orders me to get to it. Mr. Spock makes an announcement to the whole crew that there's an imposter aboard. He's got scratches on his face, looks like the captain, keep your faces on stun, etc. Shortly after that, someone found transporter technician Wilson injured near the captain's cabin. I'm guessing he found the imposter. Eventually, Mr. Spock and the wimpy version of the captain found the other one in engineering. One of them, I'll give you 2 guesses who, ends up phasering a giant hole in the main transporter circuits. The casing has a wide gap, the main circuits are burned through, the abort control circuit's gone altogether, and there's nothing much left of the transporter unit ionizer. Now that kind of stuff takes time to repair, like at least a week. And Lieutenant Commander Scott assigns me to start repairs, But not long after I start working on it, the captain just gives everyone the afternoon off. Mr. Scott's as shocked as I am, as we all are, but he dismisses me and keeps working himself. Privileges of being senior staff. I tried again to suggest a shuttle, as temperatures are getting to around 75 below zero on the planet, but he's back to being lost in his work and doesn't hear me. So now I'm thinking, I just have to go to the captain, neutered or not. I looked for him in the briefing room, but Mr. Spock, who was the only one there, said he'd just left. So I checked all the rec rooms and then the bridge, but he wasn't there. I thought maybe he'd gone to sick bay, and I was right. Except when I got there, Dr. McCoy said he'd just left. So I ran down the corridor, caught him right before getting on the turbo lift. I told him to send down a shuttle to get the landing party, but he just stared right through me. Eyes glazed over. And when I stopped talking, he just said, "Carry on, Ensign," and got in the turbo lift. No one's listening to me, so I only have one thing left to do. Go to the shuttle bay, steal a shuttle, and rescue them myself. I figure I should bring a med kit just in case, so I go back to sickbay first. Dr. McCoy's still too busy keeping an eye on the opposite Kirk to notice me take anything. And now the whole way down to the shuttle bay, I'm thinking, finally, I get to be the hero. Ensign Nash gets to be the hero. Finally, people will pay attention to me. Maybe I'll even get a medal or a promotion finally. And there's absolutely zero security right now because everyone has the afternoon off. So I just waltz into the shuttle bay without any problems. Of course, I have to turn off the launch alarm so whoever's on duty at navigation doesn't immediately put a tractor beam on me. And then I pick a shuttle. Galileo was the closest one, so I get in and activate the startup sequence. I'm just about to take off when I hear my communicator beep. And it's Lieutenant Commander Scott. He says he figured out how to get the transporter working by attaching some bypass circuits to account for the difference of blah, blah, blah. And now that he's beamed up the landing party, he needs me to join the team, putting his Frankenstein circuits back to normal. Sometimes I really hate being on this ship. Computer end recording.